Hello, this is Ark the Pie King, back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions. Last time we did the intro sort of tutorial stage, and also the, it's a bit loud, there we go, and also the first real stage, and so we're going to be moving on. We're going towards Egros Castle, because we have been given orders to go and protect it, because that's what we do, we protect things. Alright, real quick, because I know I'm going to forget if I don't go over it right now, I wanted to talk just a little bit about why I didn't take certain characters. Probably going to miss some, but first and foremost, let's get the big three out of the way. Agrius, whom was in the intro, the big four, I should say. Agrius, whom was in the intro, Gafgarian, who was also there, Meliadul, which I'm probably butchering her name, but that's the closest I'm going to get to it, and we're going to stick with that. And Orlando, who is just unbelievably overpowered. So, we'll go through them in that order. Agrius. First, all three of them have sword skills that they can do. As long as they have a sword equipped, they can use these long-range hitting, unavoidable, incredibly massive damaging skills. They basically make every other character pale in comparison to their might and glory. Agrius is the AoE specialist. All of hers, with the exception of two, hit an area. They also have a chance of inflicting status effects. Gafgarian's steal. They're only single target, but he can keep himself alive indefinitely with them, and also steal MP, making mages useless, assuming he didn't just kill them outright. And Meliadul, who all of hers are also single targeting, but they break equipment. Similar to what we saw one of the generic knights do in the first episode, except it does damage at range and with a 100% accuracy. So yeah. Oh, and Orlando, who has access to all three of them, and also the best stat growth in the game of any class, period, bar none. So yeah, that's why I'm not using them, because they would make the game flat out too easy. So now that we've got the big four out of the way, other characters. First off, Mustadio. Why I took Balthier instead of Mustadio. The biggest reason was because I wanted more utility than what Mustadio could really bring. See, I've never been very interested in thieves in Final Fantasy. Stealing equipment's just not something that's for me. I felt that this would be a good opportunity to sort of experiment with that a little bit. Wrong button. There we go. And, oh, look at that. He can learn Plunder Gill immediately. On top of that, I also like that even though it costs 1,200, which is an obscene amount, he can actually learn how to deal a bit of damage for the end game. So I like that. So overall, he's just Mustadio 2.0, and I didn't see a reason not to use him. Because normally, by the time you get Balthier, I personally don't like investing a lot of time in the late game characters since they're so far behind on their jobs. Yeah, there's that. Who else? Luso. As I mentioned before, Luso is in this game. He's another War of the Lions exclusive. He's just too similar to Ramza. In fact, he's actually an exact clone of Ramza's Chapter 4 Ramza, and he has a couple of innate abilities that Ramza doesn't get, like poaching monsters, which you can poach monsters and sell them for special items. It's a weird system. It's too redundant with Ramza. I don't want redundancy. As I said before, I want each character to have a special place on the team. And who else? Alma. I really wanted to bring Alma, actually. Like, I think she's super interesting. I thought she would make a really great, like, backline utility character. I love her place in the story, but she only comes with 3 abilities. One of which is the chant ability that Ramza has, which I've already expressed I don't like. One of which, all it does is get rid of debuffs on characters, which, while useful, is going to be covered by 2 other characters already. Beowulf was my 5th choice. He almost got the cut. But would have already been covered by Ramza with the, what is it called in this translation, actually? I can't remember. The Salve ability, and Race with her in her monk class will be able to do it. And the third one is a really overpowered buff spell, and I just felt like she was going to be very useful, don't misunderstand, but I didn't feel like she was going to be interesting. And the main thing about this is I want this run to be as much fun to watch as it is to play, and I didn't feel like she was going to bring that as well as Beowulf. Beowulf brings more choices, and Beowulf brings much more dynamic play with the various debuffs, and having to balance him between this and the White Mage class, because remember, he can't cast his spells unless he has a sword, and while he's a White Mage, he can't equip a sword, so there you go. That's my reasoning for not taking some of the other characters. If I missed one, comment, and I'd be more than happy to comment on them as well. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to a cutscene that I forgot existed. So, let's watch this. Oh, I think this is a flashback, if I remember correctly. Yep, Barbaneth. I actually like the original translation for him, and it's probably something that I'm going to be commenting a lot, is the different translations for the names, but Barbaneth in the original English translation was Balbanes, and I think that sounds a little bit better than Barbaneth. But it's a lot of that English, is it an L or is it an R, translation issues that you get when you're bringing things over to, well, English. Zalbag is one of Ramza's two half-brothers, and Alma is his full sister, so they were born from a different mother. It's not really... I don't think it's ever explicitly mentioned why they have different mothers. Suffice to say that Zalbag and Dystar's mother probably died at some point, but I don't know if it's ever explicitly mentioned. And the war will die with him. Ha 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 ha. He is such a sweet guy. Barbaneth was good people. See, and that's another point I'm going to put in the favor of the original translation, where he says, "Know yourself, Ramza." In the original translation, he says, "Lower your voice." And I think that carries a little more impact. Obviously, I don't have both scripts completely memorized, but there were always certain lines in the original that stood out to me as being very meaningful or carrying impact. And seeing those changed, I usually think it's for the worse, but, you know, I mean, to each their own. I'll definitely say that the writing in this translation is really beautiful. I like that they talk about, like, Delita being lowborn, he can serve Ramza well. Delita's a very interesting character. We are going to learn a lot about him, because remember, he's the hero of the story. And there he goes, he passed. It's a pretty touching scene. A lot of them are. This game does tell an excellent story. One of the common complaints for it is that it's a very muddled story, and I would be inclined to agree with them. It can be very hard to tell exactly... Oh, shoot. I meant to give him items, so I'm going to be going into this without a healer. Oh, well, that's on me. Oh, and that's another problem with this. So, quick complaint. Whenever the game gives you 2 or more guest characters, such as Delita, that you can't control, you're only allowed to bring 4 people instead of 5. But for the latter, like, 2/3 of the game, that never happens again. So what ends up happening is, like, you leave behind one person, and they just get further and further behind because of it. So, let me see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate out who gets left out in each story battle. I'm gonna say it's actually gonna be Rafa who gets left out this one, because I feel like Reese is gonna benefit the most from the early stuff, since Rafa theoretically shouldn't be getting in range to get hit in the first place. I'd rather Reese have the experience right now. And this is gonna make for some awkward choices later. I really hate that. I considered going in and removing the guests from these battles so that I could have all 5, but I want to really preserve the integrity of this challenge and deal with the battles as the game presents them to me, not the way that I want them to be presented. And we got a kid who looks like he's being assaulted by some, well, the Corpse Brigade. So this choice will change my, goodness gracious, I can't think of the word. Conditions. My conditions for the victory. Number 1 just means I have to defeat everybody. Number 2 means I have to defeat everybody and the captive guy has to survive. I'll be a good guy, even though I don't particularly like Argeth. Because he's awful. Yeah, I'll rescue the guy, even though he's about to get pummeled because he's in a bad position. Let's see. Move him here. Move her up here. Yeah, I've got a lot of close range and not a lot of range, which is pretty typical at this point in the game. Quick, punch him. That was a pretty good punch, actually. Why would you wait there? Why would you not move away? Okay. So remember when I said most of the time the AI makes good decisions? This would not be one of them. That's okay. I will make it work. I don't think they're going to be able to kill him very quickly. Oh shoot, but I don't have a chemist to heal him right now, so that only did 2 damage. That was really lucky, actually. I can heal him with Chant if I have to, which is a terrible skill, but you know. There we go. I'll just move him up here. I want to do damage. I'm more interested in damage than status effects, even though blinding that guy probably would have done more to keep him alive. Oh well. And they have a pet panther, which is adorable. She can't get around to his back, so I'm just going to plow through him instead. Good job, Reese. You're the greatest. And there we go. Now she can gain a lot of ground. Yeah, so far this is going really well. They're not dogpiling him very effectively at all. August is hitting like a truck, though. He's got a sword that's actually a tier better than the broadswords my team's equipped with. So he definitely carries his weight in this. In fact, ironically, he may be the most useful person here at this exact second simply because of the damage he can bring. Okay, so I'm going to show you all what Chant does. Normally, I would hate to have it, but this is a melee skill. I don't know why I thought it was ranged. Mistakes have been made. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna punch this guy. God, why did I think it was ranged? Well, probably because I never use it. I'm not gonna show you all what Chant does this turn. I might get to it next turn, though. We'll get up here, and I am gonna blind this guy now. Nice. Okay, this is going pretty well. The Panther monsters are really just never much of a threat. Yeah, I really need to make sure that I get as... Can I steal Gil from my own people? Nope. But I could... I'll just hit him. So, anything you do, good or bad, as long as it changes something, will get you experience and job points. And, like... Since I'm not going to be grinding, it's very important that I make the most out of every turn. I'll do a trick shot. No, I won't. Okay, I'm learning a lot about these attacks. Ooh, delete is expendable. I wonder what delete can do besides damage. So far it's looking like just that. Nice shot. Is he confirmed for 2 kills now? That's really good. See, one thing I should really consider doing is crystal farming. So you see the little counter above them, the 2 and the 1? When that reaches 0 and then 1 turn after that, they will turn into a crystal, which means they are dead permanently, and you can essentially walk up to them and take their abilities. I really need to do something about this panther. You can either take their abilities or you can restore all of your HP and MP. Unless it's a monster, and then you could only take their HP and MP. You can't absorb monster abilities that way. And he's blinded, he still landed that hit. That sucks. There we go. And we're just gonna wait there. I guess I'll punch Balthier in the back again, because I can't get to anything else useful. And Reese is also confirmed for 2 kills. She is a little trooper. Yep, I definitely want to try to make this happen. Get some crystals, so we'll see. Delete is... Oh, this is what Chant does. Perfect. So she's been healed for 20, Delita took 10 damage. So it is a net gain, but it's not a very good one. No, don't use the... I was gonna kill him so he didn't go kill someone else. Well, shoot. I will also chant, just for the experience. Yeah, I'm gonna blind Delita, because I don't... actually, I'm gonna blind Algus, because I don't want either of them, like, succeeding in their attempted murders. And I'll walk up him and immobilize him. Perfect. If I can hit with it, that is. Nope, I missed. Ooh, yes, Reese, you are awesome. That's perfect. Guaranteed kill on Delita. So we don't care about keeping him alive. And he's gonna hit Balthier. I'm not concerned about that at all. So I'll blind this guy too, because, you know, why not? It's experience, and it helps prolong the battle. Blind isn't a particularly useful status effect, all things considered, because there's a lot of ways around it. Sure, punch Ramza. I said Ramna. Fun fact, the first time I ever played this game, I accidentally deleted Ramza's name, forgot what it was, and named him Ranma, after Ranma 1/2, the anime. Oh, August, you are actually the worst! Excuse me, Argith. It's another translation from one game to the other. He was Algus in the original. I'm gonna try to remember to call him Argith, but... I might get it confused from time to time, and I apologize for that. Got a couple potions, that's good, since Argith wasted one of mine. And if you remember from the first episode, the Marquis Elmdor de Limberry is actually on his way 2 ear gross. What? So basically they all agree that they're going to go back to the castle, because that's where they were headed anyway, and talk it over and come up with a plan. That's pretty smart thinking. And let's go to said castle for more cutscenes. I really do enjoy the story in this game, though, quite a bit. Lend me 100 men. Dice Star just doesn't know what to do with this. I love how even on a sprite that small, you can just see Dice Star looking at him like, are you serious right now? And they've officially gotten their guard duty. It is kind of a sad story. I mean, if I were captured by the enemy, I'm not really sure I would have done any different, but, you know. Oh, Tetra. I love that cute little waving animation. I really love that Zalbag takes the time to praise Delita as well. You know, a lowborn commoner who's just trying to make his way up in the ranks. And hey, you done good, kid. Or not, my seams have held. Rogues do not catch themselves. Unless they turn themselves in. Then I would say they caught themselves, but that's not likely to happen. And Zalbag, he understands that there's something else going on there, that this doesn't fit what seems to be their motives, which would be bringing down the aristocracy. And Argath just, so? They're idiots. Who cares? Guarding a castle grows dreadfully dull, wouldn't you agree? Look at him planting that little seed of discontentment in Ramza's head. Solideg's a pretty cool cat. He sees a lot of potential in Ramza and wants him to actually fulfill that potential. Also, it's really convenient that he might be able to send somebody off the books to rescue that spy. Oh, poor teacher. I really like Alma. So I pretty much let it slip earlier, but she does have a combat role in a couple of fights in this game, and I really wanted to add her to the party, but I couldn't justify it. I don't think it would be interesting enough. But first thing, yeah, we're gonna go to the shop, and he's getting a longsword. Oh wow, he can really deck himself out and stuff. I didn't realize that. Yeah, he's gonna get a full gamut of items. Apparently he is also getting a full gamut of items. Rafa isn't getting squat, and neither is she. Yep, that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and sell my extra stuff. I don't want those. I forgot I had the mithril knife. I should have made use of that. Sell a couple of those. Sell a couple of these. I'm really trying to save up for, like, useful things. I kind of want to buy a pair of battle boots, but I think I'm going to go ahead and... How many potions do I... Wait... Oh, that's selling. Okay, I got confused for a second, goodness. Okay, so I have an X potion, 2 high potions, and a potion, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I could buy battle boots, which would get me 1,000, or I could buy some potions. I've got 3 Phoenix Downs, it's pretty good. 7 potions should be plenty for at least a little while. Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the battle boots. These basically just let you move an extra square. And I will... First off, you don't get the battle boots. Oops. Oh, well, that's good for you. But... He has an awfully high bravery. Although he is pretty headstrong. I'll grant him that one. He has a high bravery too. Both of them are higher than Ramza, interestingly enough. Who do I want to move more? I'm gonna say Beowulf. He's really carrying this team. There we go, and I'm going to go ahead and make a save. Again, saving in a different file just to make sure this works. And I'm going to go ahead and do a save state to make sure that I don't get into a random battle. For that exact reason. There we go. And another cutscene! Oh, this is just telling me about some PSV exclusive stuff that I don't care about. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is not interesting in the least. I just want out. That's a really pointless scene. Thank you for wasting my time. Alright. Now I definitely am going to save because I don't want to sit through that again. moving on to the next battle. I forgot to give him items again. I'm really bad at this. Actually, you know what? Oh, the, classic... Huh. Oop, I pressed a button. There we go. Huh. Well, I learned what that button on my controller does now. That's neat. Okay, I really thought that I could restart the game, because I kind of want to do that, because I kind of want to mess with their abilities, so... One moment, sorry. Nope. Sorry, I apologize. I am still sort of getting used to this, emulator. So, let's get back into this. There we go. Party roster. What can you learn, Mr. Ramza? Nothing yet. That's not true. Normally I would go straight for JPF, but it's not quite as needed because I only have so many things that I can learn. It'll probably be one of the last things I get. That's really strange for me. Tailwind. That's a really important ability. It lets me raise the speed of himself or others. Let's see. Drain's really good. He has a lot of things that he can learn, and a lot of them are very expensive, but, you know. Let's see, Faith Out and Zombie, Silence, Berserk. Berserk could be useful. It's so expensive, though. Hey, these have really high MP costs. We'll go with Drain. Or do I want him to learn something else? We'll go with Drain for now. That seems good. Mr. Sky Pirate. You can't learn any of the things that I want you to learn. So we'll skip on that. He's got Potion, Antidote, Eye Drops. Actually, I might go ahead and change him over to... Yeah, I'm going to change him to a Chemist now. Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. I don't have any clothes for him to wear. Alright. This is going swimmingly. Wonder if I can... Oh, I do have some backup clothes. Excellent. Perfect. That was almost really bad. I'm glad that worked out for me. What can you learn, Rafa? Nothing. You can't learn anything. That's okay. And does a Dragonkin... Oh, these are all 0 cost. I didn't realize that. That makes sense, because they're technically monster abilities, actually. And I think in the actual game, she comes with those pre-learned. So that would actually make a bit of sense. I'm going to give her move +1, because her 3-square movement is killing me. And perfect, she finally has access to Monk. So as you can see, I gave her Knight level 8 and Archer level 8 as well. I don't remember why, because I just wanted her to be a Monk, which has the requirement of Knight level 2. And she can't learn anything from Monk, but she's probably going to spend a good amount of time over there. I might go ahead and change her over to Monk. I haven't decided. We'll keep her in Dragonkin for one more. Give him that. And give him... nothing. Alright, there we go. Sorry about the little detour there. Gonna go ahead and click the wrong button. And now we're gonna save. And let me just check on the length of this recording real quick. We're sitting at 34 minutes. Alright, I was hoping to get more done than just one battle, but I forgot how, cutscene heavy the early game is. Later in the game, it's a lot better about letting you start doing battles back to back. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.